Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Kern High Network's live exclusive coverage of Kern High School student activities. Tonight, it's athletics, it's football. The West High Vikings visiting the Golden Valley Bulldogs. I'm Vance Palm, Rick Van Horn to my left, Kevin Willie to my right. Kickoff is underway. Homecoming at Golden Valley. Golden Valley, we have the football first, and it's a nice start. They'll have good field position about the 36-yard line. Again, Vance Palm here with Rick Van Horn and Kevin Willie. It's homecoming at Golden Valley. Rick, welcome. Good evening. I had a chance to talk to both coaches, and I know you do fastidious studying on these games. You've always got a nice notebook full of notes. Let's first talk about these teams that come in struggling overall. You've got West High School at overall 2-6, 0-3 in league play. You've got the Golden Valley Bulldogs 1-7 overall, 0-3 in league play. But in talking to both coaches, the consistent theme I hear from both is perfect kind of football game.
Yeah, it is, and it's kind of one of those games they're playing for pride here. You know, there's not a lot on stake as far as the league title. Ridgeview and Bakersfield Christian have a solid hold on the chase for the title, but these guys are playing for pride, especially on this southwest side of town.
Marquel Bruley's the quarterback. He connects out there with Ralph Gonzalez, actually a loss of 5 yards. But speaking with, the head coach of the West High Vikings, Derek Dunham, he said we had a tough loss last week. There's no way getting around that. It was a tough one. He goes, Bud Vance have got a great group of guys. They want to win. They want to play. They want to get these next 2 wins and maybe have an outlook in the playoffs that maybe their fan base doesn't think exists. But he contradicts that and saying we're going to win these next 2 football games and see what happens.
Yeah, this is a team that finished 6-6 last year, and right now they're 2-6, but they've got a very winnable game tonight versus Golden Valley. It's going to be a very good game, and then they go play Tehachapi next week. So they, Coach Dunham's on the right track, and this is the West Side team that we can't figure out because they beat a good South High team and they beat a good East High team.
Right. 3rd and 9. Bruley rolls to his right, overthrows his receiver, throws on the run. He's got a nice strong arm. And head coach for the Golden Valley Bulldogs, and my chance to have a nice talk down there with James Kane, our colleague. Kyle Wiley introduced me to him as JC, but it's Coach James Kane. And first-year head coach, talked to him about that, talked to him about being in the big chair, so to speak, and he certainly had some things to share about that. What I can tell you this is on a 4th and 9 on their first possession, he's going for it, possibly. One of the officials here, do the Vikings have too many?
I think so.
Looks like he's counting numbers.
I think that may be a first down. Well, only a 5-yard penalty.
2, 4, 6, 8.
And they've got 12, and there goes one
well,
now.
One better get off quick. Well, so now it's 4th and 5. So now Coach Kane able to kind of take another look at this. Got a huge center. We'll go down the lineups, the rosters, and give you some names.
Well, they've got Bruley out here split out to the left.
So the quarterback now on the. So movement on both. It'll be interesting to see what they call this on because it was definitely a jump by Johnny Levy. From West.
Coming back against
Oh, it is going to come back. Oh, doggone it. So if you're the Golden Valley Bulldogs, had an opportunity there on a 4th and 5, but now all of a sudden it's back to that 4th and 9.5. Just underway at Golden Valley. And in our intro, when I talked about coaches saying it's a perfect kind of game, the meaning is that both teams have nothing to lose, everything to gain, back up against the wall. Who really has bought in? Who wants to play? It's a quick punt. It's a high one. It's a good one. Xavier Lopez with the fair catch. I mean, not the fair catch. Makes a couple of good moves. Look at this. Ball on the ground. Flag as well. And now we've got some stuff going on down here. So
I think Golden Valley got that ball.
The ball popped out. Xavier Lopez did not fair catch it. And it is in the hands of Isaiah Ali. How about that?
And there was a flag on the play. I think that's going to go against West High. They'll decline it, take the ball, and they're back in business.
It's a holding call. And by the way, tonight's officiating crew, the referees, Joe Nunez, umpire David Matthias, head linesman Javon Carras, line judge Alex Edelor, back judge Brian Smith, and in the box Paul Hernandez. I saw Alex Edelor, and I went up and introduced myself as Nick Ellis. He said, "Man, you've gotten taller, Nick." Timeout taken by West High, so Coach Dunham doesn't see what he wants to see out there. It gives us a chance to catch our breath. Once again, everybody, welcome to the Kern High Network's live exclusive coverage of student activities here in the Kern High School District. Tonight it is athletics. It's West High Vikings visiting the Golden Valley Bulldogs. It's homecoming tonight at Golden Valley. And before we get too far into the live streaming, I want to thank Rick Van Horn. I climbed up through the hatch up to our platform tonight that overlooks the southeast part of the city, and a rare occurrence. I smelled an unbelievable, beautiful, large pizza up on deck. If Kevin would slow down, I might get a piece.
Hey, man, Rick's my hero now. You're now my second favorite broadcaster.
Thanks, Kevin. Thank you, Rick. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 after the fumble recovery. Ball's at the 38-yard line. A quick pitch out to the right side. It's going to be Trimble. A double pitch pass. How about this? The Golden Valley crowd going bonkers. A pitch pass touchdown to Cameron Lopez. Simeon Trimble. A pitch pass to Cameron Lopez. Touchdown, Golden Valley. So Derek Dunham calls the timeout. James Kane says perfect.
I'll call the trick play. Great call there on 1st down.
How smart was that?
Very smart. It's in the genius realm, especially when you score.
6-0, and this Golden Valley crowd just lit up right now. An early touchdown after the fumble recovery. Whistles blow before the snap, and it's going to go against Golden Valley. And probably a false start, so they'll move it back a little bit. And it looks like the Vikings have 10 players on the field. Am I right, Rick? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 10 players, 10 Vikings on the field.
Well, they're making up from when they had 12. So they're gonna.
Here's the PAT. It's up, and it's a
good.
beauty. It's right through. So Golden Valley strikes first. And Coach Derek Dunham's going to get his Vikings over there on the sidelines and have a chat with him. He's one of my favorite guys in the whole city and one of my favorite coaches, and had a really good talk with him on the sidelines. And, you know, the players play hard for him. I think, as you said, they're really still smarting over that tough loss last week. Got a lot of talent, and we're going to see it here on offense in a moment. But it's 7-0 Golden Valley. If you're just joining us, Golden Valley didn't have a real successful drive. They punted, and Xavier Lopez made about 5 really good moves before he coughed up the football. And Isaiah Ali jumps on it. And then the first play from line of scrimmage is stopped because Coach Dunham and his defensive staff wanted to make sure everybody was regrouped and ready, didn't see what they liked out there. So Coach Kane says, perfect, nice timeout. I'm glad you called it. How about this? Simeon Trimble tosses a pitch pass to Cameron Lopez for the touchdown, 7-0. So now the 3 deep for the West High Vikings. Speedsters in their own right. Wobbly kick, and it is caught at the 25-yard line by James Rufus. And that ooh-ah you hear is because some hard hitting going on already out there. 1st and 10 Vikings at the 33-yard line.
First time I've seen West High all year, so I'm excited to watch this big fullback, 34. And I'm going to let you try. Leona Lalelu?
Well, you said you were going to let me try, but
okay.
I liked how you do it. Leowana Laula.
Leowana Laula.
Laulu.
All right.
Well, I'm going to go with what Coach Dunham calls him, LJ.
LJ.
And that's what we did last year, too. We just went with LJ last year. And now the Vikings have 12 players on the field again. James Rufus goes running off. So 2 times they've been called for too many players on the field, and then they didn't have enough for their field goal unit to come on and block. So right now, Coach Dunham is frustrated that he can't get the guys in sync to start this thing off. Dalen Leach is the quarterback, and a good, strong start. Damian Brown on the run there. But LJ, Leoana Laulu, is a junior. He's 5'11". Sorry, he's a junior. His name is a junior. Laulu Jr., but he's a senior. They call him LJ.
He comes in tipping the scales about 280, and I think they're being a little generous there.
Tonight's program has him 305, and I'll tell you why. That's because longtime legendary assistant coach Wyatt Ross is in quote-unquote retirement, but Coach Dunham said he's now their food and beverage director, so he rolls all the food out there to his football players. I said, man, that's a good way to lose your inventory. Have Wyatt in charge. 2nd and 10. Big play from that defense of Golden Valley. They catch Dalen Leach in the backfield.
Don't know if that was a broken play there, but everybody was going right, and Leach ended up going left.
3rd and 13.
Like I said, anxious to see, especially this little quarterback, this sophomore quarterback, Leach. Talked to Coach Dennis Manning this week from Ridgeview, and said he was very excited or very impressed with this little quarterback from West High.
False start on the Vikings. So that'll move it back. It's 8:39 remaining here in this first quarter. Try to jam it up the middle again. Leach up to the 30-yard line.
Brings up a 4th down. 4th and about a long 13.
They're going to punt it. It's up. It's a wobbler, and it will wobble out of bounds at the 43-yard line. We'll take our first commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment. 7-0 Golden Valley up on the West High Vikings.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
All right, here we go. Bulldogs come out, run. Nice run. Good start right there. Strong run by Isaiah Coronado.
I had East
chop block.
Golden Valley week 1.
Okay.
At 10-9, last second win by East, and since then it looks like Coach Kane has tweaked his offense a little bit, going more pistol now than spread.
Well, tough call there on the chop block. You know, Rick, when I talked to him a little bit tonight before the game. He said, Vance, we've changed a lot of things this year. We've gone through a lot of changes, whether it's been X's and O's, change in culture, change in work habits. And what I'm left with are guys that are absolutely committed. And he goes, I've got the guys in the field now that I can look them in the eye in practice, and I can tell them, you're not giving me 100%. I know you now. You can give me more, and when you do, you're a great ball player. So I believe they really have the right guy in Coach James Kane.
Oh, they do. They do. They made a great choice on that. I've known James for many years.
Toss one out here. They got some good downfield blocking, great contact. And it's going to be a really nice pickup. And how about this to the football? On the ground. Fumble.
I think West High's got it.
They got it at the very end of the play. What a great run by Isaiah Coronado. And at the very end, when he was just going down, the ball popped out, and the Vikings will get it at midfield. Wow, a really nice screenplay. It was set up perfectly. Some big downfield hits. But how about that? A fumble right at the 49-yard line.
And that's what I like about Golden Valley and Coach Kane. They've got a very innovative offense. You're going to see the things you see on Saturday is what you're going to see when you watch a Golden Valley team. Screens, draws, reverses, pitch passes. You're going to see it all.
1st and 10 inside Bulldog territory at the 50-yard line, and Leach tried to cut up field, but, man, he's met by that massive Jaden Harrington, number 53. He's the center. That is one big dude. Now he's playing just off the ball on the defensive line there, and they've got some big boys up there, Coach Van Horn, 5 of them in a stance.
For West High, this Leach is only a sophomore. We mentioned that earlier, but he's prototype quarterback for this offense. Quick, can move, elusive.
Play action. He's flushed out of the pocket for a second. Steps back. He can get away. He can run, but this time he's forced out of bounds. Wow, what a fantastic job by Isaiah Ali, number 8. He just did not let that quarterback get out of his sights, and he got a big tap on the helmet there by his coaching staff. Said, great job.
Well, we haven't seen much from LJ yet.
Third and 13. Leach, runs into his running back. Look out! It is picked off, and it's a face mask on top of that. He read it perfectly. Isaiah Ali goes to the other side. They tried to stretch one out and throw it to the backfield. Ali was standing there, picked it off, and they got him in the face mask after the interception, so it will be added onto it, Coach.
Great play by Ali. Questionable throw from Leach. That's a blind screen pass that he's throwing. So as soon as he wheels around and throws it, he's throwing to a spot and not really knowing what's going on over there.
Dangerous toss. It was picked off, and then because the face mask was after the interception, it does get included into the play. Golden Valley, 1st and 10 at the West High School 19-yard line. Here come the Bulldogs. A pitch, look out, they try to double it up, and they pass it. They toss it into the end zone. It's another touchdown. A double pitch pass, touchdown.
And that was back to Bruley, the quarterback.
So Coach Kane is like, hey, they come in tonight 1-7. They're 0-3 in league, and on 2 of their first 3 possessions, they've got trickeration touchdowns. That was a double pitch, yeah?
One pitch, two receivers wide open. Had one down the middle on the post, and you had Bruley in the corner.
Got it. He picked, he got caught right here. What was funny is that Ralph Gonzalez got stuck. It looked like he was going down, so he said, nope, ball's going up. He just tossed it in the end zone.
Yeah.
Wow. We might have movement again by Golden Valley.
Yeah.
Second PAT attempt here. And some.
Well, when you're in game 9 of your season and you're 1-7, you don't want to leave. You've got that playbook that you've been working on all summer.
And tinkering and changing each week.
And the worst thing you can do at the end of the season is say, you know what, we never got to that. We didn't run that. We didn't run. Coach Kane saying, hey, we're going to use it all.
Because one of the questions you would be asked is, why? Why not?
Yeah.
You know? And he's doing it now. Wow, exciting stuff. Here comes the PAT. George Blanda style, and it is wide right.
West High put a good rush on, almost blocked it.
So 13-0. Golden Valley, 2 touchdowns on, I wouldn't even really call it, the word trick is just so, it's kind of demeaning, just very creative, just using their talent, using the skill sets that guys have, and that worked out. 2 touchdowns and missed the second PAT, but not bad, huh?
Talked to Coach Kane quite a bit, and he's all about small victories. Small victories here, small victories there. Put them all together, and you're going to have a successful season. Played East High tough to a 10-9 game, first game of the year. But, they've only been shut out 1 time this year. Last year they were shut out 4 times. So that in itself is a moral victory. Being able to put points on the board.
That kick is way out of bounds, and the flag will fly. Kevin Willie to my right, Rick Van Horn on my left. I'm Vance Palm. We're at Golden Valley. 5:23 remains in this first quarter. Fun, festive atmosphere tonight at Golden Valley. West High School marching band on the other side. Not the largest fan base tonight for the Vikings. Here's another kick. That's going to be a little swiveling 7-iron picked up at the 25-yard line. Nice job by the Golden Valley kick team. Get down there and keep anything serious from happening. So let's see if the Vikings can kind of get things rolling. We've talked about their quarterback, Daylon Leach. They have LJ, the senior running back. Leoana Laulu Jr. They have some other talented Vikings at some key spots, but boy, they haven't been able to get things going, and then they've given up 2 big touchdowns in the first quarter.
Let's see if they get back to their bread and butter here. Big LJ.
Let's give it to LJ, see
right,
what he can do.
LJ left.
And that's what they're going to do, Rick. And LJ gets the first down, a 15-yard gain, and he takes 3 Bulldogs with him. And that is one tough kid. I know, remember last year he was our Tony's Pizza player of the game.
Well, if West High can get him going, could be a long night for Golden Valley, and it's a good thing they got up to 13 points because that big old tank gets going. He's a hard load to bring down.
Well, and Elijah Martinez, the center, is 6 foot 260. And how about this? 2 first downs in a row. That's handled by Damian Brown, the 5'7", 160-pound senior. He wears jersey number 9, and he's just chomped up some yards, and now comes LJ back on. And just like that, James Kane calls a quick timeout. He wants to stop this right now where it's at. We'll take one as well. You're watching the Kern High Network. We'll be back right after this. Golden Valley up 13-0. Quick timeout taken by Coach Kane. Vikings now starting to move. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Try to punch it through about 2 or 3 yards. Quarterback keeper. Talk about some of the other games taking place tonight as we get into the evening. Our other game being called on the Kern High Network tonight, our colleagues Titan Tom Myers, Kenny Calvin, and Julian over at Stockdale High School, Frontier at Stockdale. And what a game we called last week. Steve Napier. By the way, I'm so surprised you have a gig. You and Kenny and anybody else. He's so good. Julie and I just said, you know what? Let's tell those other guys thanks. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. How about this? Wow, LJ just piles through for another one. Centennial, well, it was tough to watch if you're a Golden Hawk fan, and if you're a Stockdale Mustang fan, it's just, end of the game euphoria. 98 yards and a $128. And it was just unbelievable. Stockdale wins, homecoming. It was just the craziest ending. Tonight at Stockdale again, Frontier. Titan Tom, the voice of the Titans, calling that game with Kenny Calvin. 1st and 10. Again, here come the Vikings. And this time they're going to go behind the big blocking of LJ, and it's Daylon Leach. So obviously Coach Dunham said, fellas,
let's do what we do. Let's run the ball. Let's give him a lot of LJ here.
And we see him kind of basically rotating out. A couple of plays here, a couple of plays there. That one, he was just an extra lineman going downhill. Yeah. 2nd and 2. Ball's at the 19-yard line. Leach. This time, big hit, but I believe he got the first down anyway, and that was Damian Brown. I believe he picked up the first down, but man, was he popped. That was a big, strong hit out there by Ernesto Romero.
Yeah, I think if West High wants to keep it going, LJ's got to stay on the field a little bit longer than one play on and one play off.
Talent management by Coach Dunham. But Brown is no slack. He's 5'8", 160, strong runner. He wears number 9. He's the lone back there. Leach this time on his own. Leach runs into trouble on that left defensive side up there. And a really nice play out there by Robert Medina. Robert Medina, nice tackle, and he gets up, pumped up.
When you talked about Coach Wyatt Ross being the nutrition coach there for the West High Vikings, he might be the conditioning coach too. Because I see LJ off one play, on one play. That's,
you know what? We're both safe for bagging on Coach Ross tonight. He's in Louisiana. His daughter's preparing for the wedding, and we're not going to face any repercussions tomorrow at breakfast.
No, not at
We're
all.
Off the hook. Under 2 to go. In motion is Xavier Lopez. The bad pitch to Lopez. He tries to pick it up. He gets swallowed. And he's thrown for a big loss on a 2nd and 10. It's going to be 3rd and 18. And he just took off without the ball. It wasn't the most difficult pitch. I just think he was eyeballing the real estate out there.
He catches that pitch, he might still be running.
Exactly. And I think he knew it too, Rick. He said, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And he just took his eyes off the ball. And, boy, the Vikings were moving. And don't know about their special teams game, but on a 3rd and 18, the first down markers at the 7-yard line.
Watching their kickers and warm-ups, they're going to have to get a little closer to be in that field goal range.
Got it. LJ's back there with him. Play action. Wants to throw. Has a man open, and it is broken up. Really nice play. Threw it into double coverage, but the big play out there was made by Ricardo Smart. And he had him open for a minute. He had a guy downfield. It was intended for Caden Dearmore.
Good play by Golden Valley. Who's that? Jess Manfred Singh, number 7.
Ricardo Smart.
Oh, okay. You're right.
They sound alike.
I look at the West High roster.
They sound a little alike, right? Well, now, Rick, we were just talking about that. 4th and 18, 17 from, and we're going to get a timeout. It's going to be called by the West High School Vikings. We'll stay here, Kevin. You're a West High Viking. We always announce that. Rick's a driller. I'm an Arvin Bear. You're a West High Viking.
Well, and I had a question for Rick. He may know the answer to this. Has West High ever had a running or ever had a passing team?
A passing team?
Yeah. Because I know my 4 years there in the 80s, they were all running. I mean, they passed, but they were mostly running.
No, they've never come out and just totally abandoned the run and threw the ball all year. If you look back, they opened in 65, and back in the Kevin Snead days in the early 70s, they ran the ball with Rob McCombs. Then came the 70s late 70s with Darrell Green and Bruce Skurlock. Again.
Why would you pass?
Yeah, and Dallas Grider with the veer offense. Kevin Snead takes over as head coach and kind of implements the same offense, the veer. So, no, they've never really thrown the ball to live by the pass.
They go to the corner with it. They toss it up. It's a nice rainbow, and there's some contact there. No flags. They're going to say inadvertent. But there is one in the middle of the football field. So down here where the play was, no flags, but there's one right between the hash marks where the linebackers would basically be at about the 15-yard line.
Ineligible man downfield.
Ineligible man downfield. It is declined. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Valley Bulldogs. It was a very good question, Kevin. I know that when Ryan Matthews was the quarterback or the running back or whatever they wanted him to be back there, he would take that southpaw and fling it whenever they wanted to, but that was because he probably already had 300 yards on the ground.
Yeah, or he was tired.
You're right. I'll never forget that game against Centennial. West versus Centennial at Bakersfield College, and he had like 250 in the first half, and we were going into the last play of the first half, and I said, one thing is they're never going to let him throw, and he throws a 60-yard bomb for a touchdown to finish the half. Nice strong run to start off this series up to about the 32-yard line. One quarterback that the Vikings did have in my era was Jimmy Maples, and he certainly could spin it. Great arm. Had his brother Randy Maples to pitch it to and hand off to and throw it to.
Yeah, they had some pretty good quarterbacks back. Darren Craig and Cody Dewey. And
you're right.
DeAndre Roberson, late 80s.
That'll do it for the first quarter. 13-0, Golden Valley up. They're getting some nice applause, and everybody's enjoying this first quarter. We'll take a short break here on the Kern High Network. Back right after this.
So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell down. Drive away a GMC Sierra 4-door, only $29,990, or save up to $10,000 off select Sierra HD models. Summer sell-down offers end September 3rd. We are professional grade, and we are California's largest volume GMC dealer, Motor City.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow...
Second quarter, Golden Valley up. On a 2nd and 2, and they get it. They get the first down. It's been an exciting first quarter. Golden Valley, 2 touchdowns, both with laterals, pitches, passes into the secondary with nobody near him. The first touchdown, all he had to do was catch it and run 5 or 6 yards. The second one was a really nice catch, acrobatic catch into the end zone. Missed PAT, that's what gives us a 13-0 score. I'm Vance Palm, Rick Van Horn to my left, Kevin Willey to my right. Our other game, Frontier at Stockdale, Tom Myers, Kenny Calvin, and Julian Wilson. They go on the ground, little misdirection play, cuts upfield, has some room. Oh, goodness. Isaiah Coronado gets brought down at the 25-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by James Rufus. Great execution of that play. Everybody was sold on it, committed to it, and a great, great job of Isaiah Coronado, the junior running back.
Kind of bounced that to the outside and took it all the way. He had a very good return. He's the one took the opening kickoff. Had a good return, so Coronado can play a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line of the Vikings. Golden Valley looking to strike again. They tried it on the left side this time, and Everardo Reda loses a yard.
Golden Valley kind of comes in with a skeleton crew. They've only got 25 guys on the team, just like you were talking about. And you're going to see a much bigger. West High's carrying about 45. That's due to West High only has 2 football teams that are freshmen and a varsity, where Golden Valley has 3 teams. They have all 3 teams.
A lot of contact up there, and the coaches were looking for a horse collar, but there was a flag before all of that, and I think that's going to be a hold. It is a holding call on Golden Valley. As it stretched out, I thought I saw one of the Vikings getting pulled back on his jersey. Who'd have ever thunk it that West High School would not have a JV team?
Yeah, I know it, man. And they're not the only ones here in town. There's a handful of them that got down to 2 teams.
Consolidated their rosters.
And I think 3 or 4 years you're going to see everybody do that. That way, you have a little luxury. 25 guys, carrying 25 guys in a team is a skeleton crew, with injuries now and concussion protocol.
You're so right. 2nd and forever. About 22, and Bruley wants to throw. He throws it out there, and it is picked off, intercepted by James Rufus. So Rufus makes a game-saving touchdown. A touchdown-saving tackle, and now comes up with the interception. It was deflected, and he was the right man at the right spot. Interception, turnover. West High has the football back. Just exactly what they needed, Rick.
Yeah. And I think if Bruley had that back, or he should have thrown it a little sooner. You had 18 open early. He waited. Rufus came over from his center field spot and made the deflection interception.
So the Vikings back in a position to put some points on the board here. We're at Golden Valley High School tonight. First and 10, West High. They're at their own 20-yard line. Leach hands the ball off to the big guy. And his yards per carry so far tonight, just tonight, have been about 9.
Rumbling, bumbling.
Leoanau Laulu Jr. 6 foot 305.
He carried about 2 Bulldogs.
That's another part of his average. We should put in his average.
How many yards he carries?
Right. He lines up so close to Leach. Oh, another high pitch. This time it's caught by Lopez. Lopez cuts upfield. Lopez down the far side. No flags. Touchdown, West High Vikings. He caught that high pitch, and now we know why they go to him. The X-Man, Xavier Lopez, the junior. Wow, exactly what Coach Dunham said. We've got our speedy guy back in there. Woo! He put the afterburners on, Coach.
Yes, he did. Anytime you play an option team, you got to be very disciplined on defense. Somebody's got to have the dive, somebody's got to have the quarterback, and somebody's got to have the pitch on every play, no matter what. And if you're West High, you just keep running it. You keep running it, and because one of those guys at one time's going to blow an assignment, and off to the races you go.
George Munoz puts it through. So it makes it a 13-7 game. And yes, that is the West High School Viking Marching Band. And Color Guard is not there tonight, but the band is there. And Kevin played a major role in that success in his years there. And that's a big sound, Kevin.
Always nice to hear.
Big sound. I'll talk to you a little bit later about your gig next month for the Kern High Network.
Well, Kevin, I remember when you guys were there. When you were there, you guys had a huge band.
We had a fairly big band.
It must have been.
The band really got big when Mike Bone took over.
Okay, that's what it was. I'm talking about close to 200 people.
That was late 80s. Yeah, that was.
I mean, they would march out and they would come for it. Take 15 minutes to get them all on the field.
Well, Rick, that was all capable of happening because Mr. Mike Bohm and Arvin Bear, by the way,
is that right?
Started at Arvin High in 1979 when I was a freshman, and we built up the Crimson Bear Brigade into the gauntlet of marching band and color guard power. And Kevin was very fortunate and very capable and talented recipient of Mr. Bohm, and they took what Arvin did and stepped it up
I was
a
fortunate
notch.
to have Mike hire me as a percussion instructor the first couple of years.
Yeah. How about this? How about this? Oh, there's offsides on the onside kick. So now Coach Dunham is saying, hey,
well,
got a few things up our sleeves too.
I'm wondering why Golden Valley can't
run that thing.
Decline that. Take the ball right there. Ball didn't go. Going back to those big bands at West High, used to be so bad that when you played there, the field was so matted down from those guys practicing on it and just, all week in tennis shoes. The band covered the whole field, so that whole field was just matted down.
All right. Oh, no. Another flag. And the coaching staff from West High School now getting a little irritated with their kickoff team. Second in a row. So they'll march it back again.
When does it become a touchback?
Hey, give your mic some bottom, my man. Give me a sound check, Kevin.
Check.
Hey,
check.
there you go.
That's good.
There you go.
I don't pay attention to mine. Somebody doesn't like me talking anyway.
All right, that one is fair and legal, but it's caught at the 28-yard line. Golden Valley looking for some good field position. Simeon Trimble. He won't be stopped. Touchdown, Golden Valley. And West High had to go back 10 yards to kick it after 2 5-yard penalties, and then they hit like a 5-iron one-hopper right into his hands. It was just built for a return.
One hop right in his arms, right up the gut for a touchdown.
Simeon Trimble's had quite the first half. Some big plays already. Now it's 19-7. We don't know if Coach Kane's going to go for 1 or 2 here. He'll just send his kicker out, Ernesto Romero. And yes, you're hearing correctly. The Bulldog Marching Band and the Viking Band both have the equivalent of what we would call the UCLA Bruins fight song. So every score tonight, you're going to be having the luxury of the same fight song. PAT is up and it's good. So what a ball game, 20-7. The Golden Valley Bulldogs absolutely came to play tonight. The Vikings starting to claw their way back in here, but then just like that, another touchdown for the Bulldogs. Nice football game tonight. Hope you're enjoying all of this. I want to thank our good friends at Motor City. Gosh, I was talking about them today with a marketer, advertiser in town. Happens to be a neighbor of mine. We were just discussing, who has just just great platforms of advertising here in Kern County, and Motor City one of them, and they're just so deeply enriched in our community. Thank you, Motor City, for all that you do. It's a great group of individuals over there at the dealerships, and we're just so appreciative of the partnership you have with the Kern High School District. We'd also like to thank our good friends on Panorama and University, Bakersfield College. More on that a little later. Rick and I will talk Renegades. Rick was our halftime guest the other night at homecoming, so thank you to Bakersfield College. Just seems natural you be a part of the Kern High School District. And then, of course, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. You talk about a name synonymous with our students here in the Kern High School District, helping out in our student athletics realm as well for the Kern High Network. Here's an 8-iron, and it's taken at the 30. Fumble! Ball on the ground! Oh, man, it bounced right off of the chest of Damian Brown. It bounced right off the number 9 on his chest, and it hung up in the air just long enough for the coaching staff for Golden Valley to have a heart attack. They're like, I gotta get it! Westside got it. First and 10 from their own 34. Nice little breeze picking up. Big breeze picking up.
Yeah, now this is the breeze we come to know when we come out here.
We
did the first game of the year out here, and it got actually pretty cold. Got down to about 60 by the end of the game.
Man, that's in September.
Yeah.
So now it's blowing from the southeast. It's blowing right across the football field, headed towards Cal State. And that'll be allegedly at the back of the Vikings. Xavier takes it. Nice, good start to this series. About a 4-yard gain. That's Xavier Lopez. Feels like it might drop about 8 degrees tonight. 8.5 left here in the first half. 20-7. Golden Valley up over the West High Vikings. LJ goes out for this play. It's on a 2nd and 6. Takes a look, surveys everybody in. He does have a guy in motion. Bad pitch, ball on the ground. It could get scooped and scored, but they finally just fall on it. Golden Valley
falls on it.
And that was not a good play at all. And the man in motion was Darius Jones, who's a sophomore, and DJ was coming around for the pitch, bobbled it all the way behind the line, and then the Golden Valley player tackled him thinking he had the ball, so there was no way he was going to get up and get it, and that was West High just avoided a scoop and score on them. That could have been taken all the way to the house.
Is that their third turnover?
Third turnover. A fumble on the punt return.
I think Leach.
Well, I know, an interception. How about this? Second turnover for the Vikings. Am I right on that?
And Golden Valley's got one.
Right.
Okay.
Interception thrown by Golden Valley. 2 fumbles by the Vikings.
We talked about not being able to figure out this West High team. They beat a good South High team, a 5-3 on the season South High team, and beat a 6-2 East High team.
In motion goes Puentes. They run right along the right side, and is that a late flag that came in?
A great job by the Viking defense, number 46.
No flag. Yeah, that was a big tackle out there by Johnny Levy. Well, wind is picking up, and this Golden Valley crowd, boy, you got to hand it to them. I watched their homecoming celebration on the Kern High Network, actually. And that gym was absolutely packed. They had a big dance contest. There was no room in the gym. Couldn't get in. It was absolutely packed. So this is the school that has a great, great culture and camaraderie and school spirit here. Oh, what a hold by the defensive line by the Vikings there. Man, that's a big, big tackle there. 2 guys came in for the big hit, but the punishing one was Larry Johnson. He and Zeferino Garcia. Big hit, and it's going to be 4th and 5. A drive-defining tackle if they can hold him. Fourth and four.
West High wants to get back in this ball game. They've got to make a defensive stand right here.
Coronado's in the backfield next to Bruley. Bruley looks left, pump, double pumps, thinks he can get it on his own. He cannot. He's lost. He's thrown for a loss. He's down. Great job by that Viking defense. Caden Dearmore with the play. Hey, nice job, West High School.
Dearmore's kind of their inspirational leader. I saw him before the game. He had them all huddled up out there before they ran on the field. He's the guy that was getting everybody fired up and getting those Vikings going before they came onto the field. You know, we talked about a small squad. The good thing about Coach Kane and this Golden Valley team is out of those 25, 15 of those kids are coming back, are underclassmen.
He talked about that.
And some of the key kids, Bruley and Trimble, are both underclassmen.
Leach keeps it, goes down the right side, doesn't get much. 5:50 and counting. An equipment issue.
Looked like Medina's helmet came off. Yeah, he's going to have to come out of the game.
He tried to he was in the pile and he tried to put it on. The referee said, hey, nice try, young man.
Golden Valley kind of has those Michigan helmets down there, don't they?
And they've got some of the players that have had the paint chip off. And I was down there real close to some of these kids tonight in pregame and looking at them, and they're losing some paint, lots of it. Flags, I would have thought.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it's caught by the X-Man, and he's got some room. He's at the 40, and he gets shoved out of bounds at about the 43, 45-yard line. Boy, there's a lot of movement.
It looked like it. Maybe my eyes were deceiving me. Good catch by Xavier Lopez. Almost broke that one.
So the speedster, the X-Man, gets the ball to exactly midfield, right on the far hash at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 West. 5:11 left here in this first half. This is an important moment here for the Vikings. And now the whistles blow, and it's going to be a false start. And it's called on Johnny Levy, the receiver, right in front of Alex Edelor. And if my old-time partner Brian Adams would have been here tonight, he would give me a 5-minute diatribe on why in the world would a wide receiver be offsides. So all you got to do is look down the line. Don't move until the ball moves. Oh, man, I would get him going, wouldn't it, Kevin?
Oh, yeah, that was his number one pet peeve.
Like the call would be made, and Kevin and I would start chuckling because we knew it was coming. All right, 1st and 15. LJ, look at this. He's moving. Look at this. Unbelievable. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, which is the 45, and he takes, I'm not joking, everybody, at least 5 Golden Valley Bulldogs 5 yards to the original line of scrimmage.
There was too many in that pile to really count, I think.
I guessed at 5, Kevin.
I thought LJ would need a break after that run. He's staying in the game.
Four and a half left here in this first half. Tension starting to build here. The Vikings know they need to get into the end zone with 4.5 left. It is 2nd and 10. They're back to the original line of scrimmage. LJ's back there with them, but here comes Golden Valley, and they give it. Oh, it's a last-second pitch. And what a resourceful play by Leach, the quarterback. He was going down, and he just chucked it over to Darius Jones. Jones caught it and got 6 yards out of it. Wow.
Going to bring up about a 3rd and a short 5. Good ball handling by Leach inside. I thought LJ had the ball there.
It was a great fake.
And if he would have gave it to him, LJ would still be running.
Right. But instead, Leach hung on to it, and the Golden Valley, they're lucky they didn't get called in the grass, so to speak. Okay. Big 3rd and 4 for the Vikings. Boy, Golden Valley shows everybody they give it to the big fella. There's no stopping that.
He's got a first down.
That is as automatic of a first down as you can put in the books right there. Laulu Jr. picks up 7, and they only needed 5. Boy, there's some value right there, isn't it?
It is, and if you're the Golden Valley defensive line and you've got to tackle him 20, 25 times a game, that's going to wear on you. We may not see it now, but come that fourth quarter.
Jaden Harrington, number 53 for the Golden Valley Bulldogs. He's almost as big. Leach in trouble, and he gets wrapped up for about a 1-yard loss. So great pursuit out there by Markel Bruley, the quarterback. And again, Isaiah Ali, just another great effort by Ali.
Yeah, you mentioned 53.
Jaden Harrington.
He's a big body they need in there. They put some thin rails in there. I think LJ may have a night.
Hey,
you need some big bodies to match the big bodies.
Here is a 2nd and 11. You've got Dearmore looking back, talking to the man in motion. There he goes. He takes the pitch. Can he get outside? He does. It's Jones again. Jones cuts back up the field, makes another nice cut, gets knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that is a first down. They move the chains. Really good play after one bad exchange last possession, which caused a fumble. Jones is making up for it in a big way. You know, Dearmore looked back at him, kind of looked to his right a little bit, and whispered to him, and off he went. It was almost like Dearmore said, hey, you do know you're supposed to be in motion, right? I'm guessing, but now Dearmore...
you're going to see Xavier.
And Xavier might pass it. For a second, I thought he might. He cuts back upfield, and Lopez, hit hard at the 20. And he tried to cut upfield, but he was hit out there by Ernesto Romero, the kicker. How's that for Golden Valley? The kicker, one of the bigger hits of the evening. Coach Kane having to do what he can do.
On a play without a kick.
That's right. And you're going to see a lot of these Golden Valley guys going both ways. They don't come off the field.
And Coach Kane wants a timeout. He wants to stop this progress that West High School is making with 1:17 left in this first half. He and his coaching staff talked it over. I saw some head nodding. They called the timeout. And they probably want to make some adjustments here because it looks like West High School is they're knocking on the door here in the 19-yard line. And it is a 2nd and 6 with 1:17 left here.
The good thing for Golden Valley is that this drive is taking up a lot of clock. West High is taking a lot of time, which is good for Golden Valley. There's 1:17 left for the half. If you're West High, you got a good drive going, but you got to get some urgency in there because, again, you do have 1:17 and you want to put a score on before the half because if Golden Valley comes out and puts another score up, this game could be lights out.
I want to say a special Kern High Network to Jeremy Brownen watching from New Braunfels, Texas. Jeremy, how you doing, buddy? Good to know you're listening in. Hope you're enjoying this. It is a really good football game. Our listeners in Texas want to check out this Vikings Bulldogs matchup here. 1:17 remains here in the first half. They've got LJ tight right behind Leach. Quick toss out here, and they get it to Xavier. Xavier tries to cut back up the field. Oh, he almost busts free, gets to the 11-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they'll move the chains for whatever that's worth. And that was a really nice play, and Golden Valley did everything they had to do to keep that from being a touchdown.
Yeah. And I don't think West High has any timeouts left. So they've really got to get some urgency going now.
Under a minute and counting. Way out to the right side, it's Johnny Levy and the X-Man. LJ right behind Leach. Leach hands it to LJ. LJ looking for the end zone. Could he get in? Oh, and he gets down to the 1-yard line. Goodness gracious, they better hurry. The clock stopped. I thought they had at least one more timeout, no? And yeah, I don't know why the clock was stopping. And now they better run this in quickly. I would imagine.
You might see a spike here to stop the clock because I don't think they have any timeouts left.
Maybe. Or they may go to LJ right now to finish the half on. Leach does not look like he's going to spike. They give it to the big guy. Does he get in?
He
does. Touchdown, West High School. The Vikings do it well. No spike, no stoppage of the play, no stoppage of the momentum. And when you have Leo Anoa Laulu Jr., you can bank on it. I was going to bet you the rest of that pizza that you bought. That's the cat that was going to take that ball.
Well, I knew he was going to get the ball eventually.
I mean, that is as sure of a touchdown as you can get.
Yeah, when you get inside that 5-yard line, that red zone.
George Munoz for an important PAT, make it a 6-point game. It's up, and it is good. So now the Vikings are within 6. 16 seconds remain here at half. And it's a 20-14 game, a really, really nice football game. We talked about it in our very brief pregame. That these are the kind of games that end up being really superb football games.
And, we talked about the end of the game being a 24-14, 21-17 game. But I think we're going to have a few more points than that on the board.
We'll see the adjustments that the coaches make, but so far it's been a real nice one. Very nice one. Golden Valley cheering section you hear below us. It's homecoming, ton of cheerleaders.
Kevin Wiley, this isn't brain surgery here. You got 16 seconds left. You're kicking off your West High.
Don't kick it to the fastest guy.
Don't kick it to the fast guy.
Speaking of Wiley, Kyle might come up here and join us. In the third quarter, we'll see. Oh, another fast, low kick, and it is to the fast guy. Look at this. They get it to Coronado again, and now all of a sudden, with 8.3, the ball is at nearly midfield. You never know. Coach Kane just might say, let's go down on a knee and get out of here. We're up 6 at half. Or maybe, just maybe, they dial something up.
It's really tough because it looks like they're going to be going against the wind if I'm looking at those flags right.
Right.
So throwing a Hail Mary now, he might be better off just taking a knee, taking it to the locker room and regrouping.
That is the voice of Rick Van Horn, BHS, BC, and UNLV legend. Kevin Willie on my right, the West High Viking and the crew. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Bruley tosses one, and he bobbles it. Will he have enough time to get out of bounds? He does. That clock just rambled off. He went out of bounds 1.2, but
I thought he did.
The clock keeper said, no dice, we're done. It's halftime. The Kern High Network, very pleased to have brought you that really fun, exciting first half. We've got more, 20-14. We'll be back. Start the third quarter in a few minutes.
Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell-down. Drive away a GMC Sierra 4-door, only $29,990. Or save up to $10,000 off select Sierra HD models. Summer sell-down offers end September 3rd. We are professional grade, and we are California's largest volume GMC dealer, Motor City.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you. So what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm alongside. To my right is Kevin Willie. To my far left is Rick Van Horn, but he's got the headphones off for a minute because we have the assistant principal of Golden Valley here. Wow. Kyle Wiley, one of the few.
I was trying to fly under the radar right now, but VP,
one of the few
strong
younger people in my life that I call mentors. Mostly, it's older guys, but Kyle Wiley, one of the nuts and bolts guys of the Kern High Network, who came in, met him the first night ever up at
Loomis, California, when BHS was playing, was at Del Oro High School.
We had 10,000 live viewers on the Kern High Network. That was the debut of Ken Calvin on high school football. And Kyle's father-in-law, was it your father-in-law or your?
That was Stan's father-in-law. Stan Green's
father-in-law was
coming
up on
from
top,
Nevada, up on top, raining,
pouring down rain.
Yeah.
It was our first time to meet each other. And then after that, Kyle was hired by the Kern High School District to come away from East High School and into the Kern High School District office. And together, boy, we hit the ground running and did a lot of stuff for the Kern High Network. Your stamp is all over
the Kern High Network. Good to have you here. Tell us about life at Golden Valley, buddy.
Life is going great right now. I'm very fortunate to be the assistant principal of administration, and part of that is overseeing some of the facilities. And you look around Golden Valley, we really, in the last few years, have really just tried to move forward with that and continue to promote our student athletes and all that. So it's just been a great opportunity for me. It's the high school in my community. I live right down the street. My son is a sophomore that attends, so it's just a great opportunity for my family to be a part of this and continue to grow and be back on a high school campus. You and I had those conversations. It was great, the Kern High Network. Really loved being at all the school sites. But my heart was always kind of getting into education, being back with students on a daily basis, and it's definitely been a good adjustment. I love my time at the Kern High Network, met good friends like you and Kevin and Rick, but it was just my time to get back and have that daily impact that I was missing down at the district office.
Never knew I would hear you discussing with Rick Van Horn the manure and the other things that had to take place here on some of the facilities to make this field look so great.
Yeah.
Talking about dugouts that have roofs on it, parking lots that have lights on it.
Yeah.
Just seems like you've had a great opportunity, a lot of things in front of you to sink your teeth into.
Lots of support. Paul Hellman is a great principal, great man to work for. District office is continuing to offer support to schools all over the Kern High School district. I mean, you look at Foothill High School, I guess it's beautiful there now with all the renovations that's going on. So Golden Valley is just fortunate to get the continued support at a district level. And at a site level, Paul Hellman is very much an innovator. Jerry Antoine, that you know from your Cal State days, is my colleague and partner in crime as an assistant principal. And, very fortunate that we have a great team. We have Pablo Reyes, our Dean of Students, and we're just a good collective administrative team, but we have a wonderful staff that believes in the vision of being Bulldog strong, as I'm sure you've seen all over Twitter and Facebook and all that. That's our mantra here. We believe in growth, pride, and service, and being Bulldog strong, and try to make that kind of permeate throughout our campus.
Kyle was telling Rick that yesterday and today, well, mostly today, I was looking at the Kern High Network's coverage of your homecoming celebration in the gym. You couldn't get in. It was packed.
It was packed, and, very thankful to Miguel Garcia, Victoria Valencia, Javier Valdez, all made it out to our homecoming rally this morning, and our kids had a great time, great energy, and all that stuff too as well. They continue to promote all the athletes. I want to say this, even the Jockey Club on Monday, bring it up. Kern High Network doing that, and your daughter being there and all that stuff too as well. It's very nice to see that from BHS with Ava to Golden Valley with our cross-country students there being recognized is a great thing for our community.
Emotional day, very emotional day for that young athlete. How about this? Did you have anything to do with the trickeration touchdowns?
I take credit for all the successes here at Golden Valley. And
well, nothing's changed, has it, Kevin?
Yeah,
nothing's changed.
That's from my mentor, Vance Palm, take credit when things are going good. So
starting off the third quarter. Stick around for a minute or two. Let's talk about the football program, and let's talk about head coach James Kane for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Rick Van Horn knows him from the times at East High. I was actually a dean of students and was able to hire James Kane back as a security guard on campus, and he went right in to the football program. We had a vacancy here. We were able to have some positions open up, and it was just kind of a good mix. We were able to bring James on staff, and more than the X's and O's and more than anything else, it's Coach Kane's connection with kids and his belief in kids. He's a South High kid. He's a Greenfield kid, so he knows the neighborhood, knows the type of kid on this type of town, on this side of town, and so it resonates. So you have Coach Kane, who's a neighborhood kid. You got me, who lives in the neighborhood. So we're just trying to move forward with the program and everything that's going on here.
Well, right there you see Leach pitching to Xavier Lopez, and I think the coaching staff from West is bummed out because they had a little trickeration plan themselves, but it gets called back. So now you look at the coaching staff like, you got to be kidding me. We think we're going to do something on our own here. Speaking with Kyle Wiley, assistant principal of administration here at Golden Valley. Kyle was so instrumental in so many key historical moments for the Kern High Network. Our first ever high school girls wrestling match, our first ever Spanish-only soccer match for a high school endeavor. Here's a second and
El Clásico de Kern High School District is what it's been labeled and dubbed now.
El Clásico de Kern High School, exactly.
Yeah, El Clásico de Kern High School District. So it's a
first live play at South High.
Yeah, it's South and Golden Valley are instrumental in having that on there, and I think it's going to be coming in December. You'll see that El Clásico come back.
Kevin Willey will be hosting, directing, and taping and doing everything for the marching band and color guard competition. It's starting. It's going to be happening, next month.
November 9th.
November 9th? Yeah, I'm going to get more on that in just a second. We're just underway here in the third quarter. I've got Kyle Wiley joining us up here. It's been a festive evening below us this evening. The student section has been raucous and having a good time.
Excited about the homecoming festivities 2019.
Kyle, Golden Valley football team this year, numbers-wise, and James said the same thing, having a little bit of trouble on the record, but tells me, Vance, now we're at the point where the players I have on this team, I can look every one of them in the eye. I know who's going to give it to me. I know who's going to contribute. These guys have bought in and believe in the system.
Absolutely. We kind of talk about the old cliche, you can't build Rome in 1 year. You can't build it in 2 years. And we knew this was going to be a process, and we've kind of echoed throughout the years to trust the process. Kids are starting to buy in. You see a running back like number 22, Isaiah Coronado, who's kind of the heart and soul of what type of kid we want to have out there. He's our student spotlight today, but he is just a grind it out, not going to complain, and it's yes, coach, this. We needed a punter this year. He said, you know what, yes, coach, anything to help the team out. He just does anything. He's on kickoff. He's on kick return. He does anything that's asked. So those type of players is what Coach Kane is trying to instill into this program.
One of the hardest hits we've seen tonight were from your kicker, Ernesto Romero.
Ernesto Romero, wrestler kid that gets out there, so he's got that toughness. First year ever as a senior coming out to play football, so it's a great thing. You'll see number 4, Everardo Rueda, who was our 7th-string quarterback that we had to use against Tehachapi last week due to a number of injuries. So we got some tough kids that are willing to do what the coaches ask them to do. And like I said, Bulldog strong, growth, pride, and service to our teammates, and, jumping in when the coach asks us to.
3rd and 11 for the Vikings after the penalty. The X-Man in motion again, another flag. Goodness gracious, West High School now, 4 infractions in 4 plays. And they're moving backwards. Kyle, before I let you go, I just want to officially, again, on the air, just say how much everybody just appreciates all the legwork, all the commitment, the love, the passion you put into your time at the Kern High School District and specifically with the Kern High Network. As I said, your stamp's all over and it will remain all over. Appreciate you did with the Achieve magazine. I'm corrected. That's on Golden Valley. Big first down for West High. I want to thank you for the article in the Achieve magazine of the top moments in the short history of the Kern High Network. That was very, very well done. And you even have Kevin Willie in the opening 2 pages of the magazine.
Absolutely.
That's big-time power right there.
All these successes that you're having out here, I got to remind you that I'm still K-Dub 1.
Yeah, absolutely. He is K-Dub 1. I'll always be K-Dub 2. You guys are lifelong friends. Thanks for having me on, VP.
Great.
Appreciate all the work you do, man.
It's good to see you, buddy.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And Rick Van Horn, ever the nitpicker, says if you're going to load us up with a bunch of Snickers bars, he wants a knife to cut the candy bar. Can you believe that guy, Kyle? Hey, buddy, thanks for everything. Appreciate it. Love you, man. Well, Rick, I thought that was going to be the 4th straight penalty on the Vikings. It ends up being against Golden Valley.
And game of first down.
A big first down. Great to hear from Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. 2nd and 6 now for the Vikings. Scores 20-14. Golden Valley leads by 6. 9.5 to go in this third quarter. Fantastic football game. Really fun. The handoff goes to Damian Brown on the right side. Picks up about 3, so it's going to be 3rd and 4, or a long 3, we should say. Your thoughts in the first half, Rick?
Golden Valley came out, let it all hang out.
Yeah.
You talked about trickeration, 2 pitch passes for touchdowns, ran back a kickoff return, played some good defense at times. But now it's a whole new half, and West High's got a little momentum going.
It's Leach on an RPO, and he dives for the first down. Flag at the very end of the play, and that may be like a 5-yard face mask. It's kind of an inadvertent, got him on the way by. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Personal foul. Oh, coming at him with the helmet. I didn't see that, so it was kind of it was an angular run. He was cutting up field to dive, and I guess the DB led with the helmet. Ooh, costly.
Wow.
Coach Kane can't believe it.
That first half, West High was his own worst enemy with penalties and turnovers. They basically gave up 3 big plays to Golden Valley. Other than that, they were their own worst enemies. They gave Golden Valley the ball in great field position because of turnovers.
And now it's Golden Valley with 2 huge penalties when they had the Vikings in what we thought was going to be like a 3rd and 15. Now it's 1st and 10 from the Golden Valley 25-yard line. Leach wrapped up after a gain of about 2 or 3. He kept it himself and went to the left side. Boy, they gave him, they gave him 2 there, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. They're at the Golden Valley 23-yard line. Again, we want to thank Motor City, Bakersfield College, and Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Thank you so much for your support, ongoing support. Appreciate everything.
You know, if you're Leach, it's not too bad to look back, turn around, your fullback weigh twice as much as you do.
Well, and he's the go-to guy when they need it. And right there, he's the go-to guy, and he spins for a 7-yard gain. And nice work up there up front. And I'll tell you who laid down a really nice block for him. And I think I'm trying to get that jersey number. I thought it was 43, but I don't see a 43 here. When they break out of the huddle, I'm going to let you know who it was. A lead block, and it was a great one. Not that LJ needs that many lead blocks, but it is, 63. It was Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson on the right side just opened up a big hole for LJ. 1st and 10. They give it to the big guy again, and the big guy is Leoana Laulu Jr.
And as big as LJ is, West High is very big up front.
Yeah.
LJ does not look big compared to those guys. They've got some meat up front.
I mean, Johnson's 5'11", 220. He's who we just mentioned. Noel Romero, 5'11", 220. Some big dudes up there. How about Bruno Ponce, 5'11", 305, sophomore, Rick, a sophomore.
Wow.
Goodness, look at that big, beefy offensive line. 2nd and 6. Golden Valley's going to have to dig in here. It's Leach on a beautiful keeper. That fake was fantastic. Everybody in the Golden Valley defense was ready to jump on LJ, and Dylan Leach played it perfectly, and he was gone. Nobody really realized he had the ball until it was way too late. Touchdown, West High School. Perfect spot for the band to be, Kevin. They were down there in the corner of the end zone, and that's exactly where they were scored. The band's just sitting right there waiting for them.
It's going to be a big extra point right here.
We're tied at 20, everybody. And here comes George Munoz. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good. 21-20, West High. And we've been on the air for a while, so we'll take a short break, and we'll be back right after this on the Kern High Network. Oh, Kevin, hang tight, Kevin. There's a flag. All right, we'll take a break. It's going to be on the kickoff. 21-20, West up by 1 here in the 3rd quarter.
Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell-down. Drive away a GMC Sierra 4-door, only $29,990, or save up to $10,000 off select Sierra HD models. Summer sell-down offers end September 3rd. We are professional grade, and we are California's largest volume GMC dealer, Motor City.
The West High Vikings may be losing their marching band. I think they're hitting the road, but they were able to play the fight song one last time. And with the penalty against Golden Valley, now the Vikings are going to be kicking off from the Golden Valley 45-yard line. Nice opportunity here, Coach, to maybe try something.
You know, 3 big penalties against Golden Valley in that drive, and this one being a 15-yarder that comes on the kickoff.
Let's see how creative the Vikings get, what they want to do with this. Do they want to play around with it and try to pin him behind the 10-yard line with it? Do they want to try something onside? Or they just boot it and get rid of it. And they do the latter, but it's caught, bobbled in the end zone. So all that, and really it's just going to be your basic 1st and 10. I thought maybe, just maybe, they might try to have a little fun with it and kick it up high and try to pin him back there. But either way, 1st and 10, 21-20. The Vikings have just took advantage of, as Rick said, some long, big penalties, and it was going to be 3rd and 11. And it ended up, I was talking to Kyle, so what was that call when I thought it was the 4th straight Vikings call?
It was some kind, I think Golden Valley kind of got a little chippy out there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. And next thing you know, add another one on top of it, and the Vikings march into the end zone. So now, Golden Valley tries to start this series on the ground.
This is Golden Valley's worst starting field position all night long. They backed up to their own 20.
Isaiah Alley. Great to talk to Kyle Wiley. The thing about Kyle, he's another one of those guys with zero prep. Very much like you. I don't have to prep anybody. I just ask him any question I want, and he's ready to go and has answers, knows all these young players, of course, knows their background, their name, their history. Great to have Kyle back on the air. Very familiar voice. Under 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Double inside handoff. That looks good. Nice job by West High School. Anthony Puentes, the 2nd running back, to get it. And that could have been a lot more damaging, but West High stayed at home, did their job. It's going to be 3rd and short 2. Ooh, big play here for both teams.
Big play. Big series right here.
My partner Rick Van Horn, BHS driller, BC Renegade, UNLV running Rebel, author, head coach at every level here in the city. And we're so honored to have him with us, the Kern High Network. Oh, look at this.
I don't think he got it. Well,
Isaiah Coronado was caught, and they moved him. And you know what got him the first down? The tackle. He
flipped
tackled
him
like
there.
A steer and threw him down on the ground, and the tackle gave him the first down. He threw him forward. Oh, man. Hit hard in the backfield. And the West High Viking that hit him so hard and wrapped him up and threw him down for a first down. Flung him past the marker. So it's 1st and 10. Bruley. Another handoff again behind the offensive line. Anthony Puentes, the junior, gets about 3 yards, but boy, that's a tough 3 yards. And Puentes, not a big kid at all. By the way, that was Zachary Jones that had that tackle, that wrestling tackle that threw him forward. Big hit. Inadvertently gave him a first down.
You know, other than the 2 trickeration pitch pass touchdowns, Golden Valley's been struggling a little bit on offense.
This time, it's Bruley, fakes the trap handoff, keeps it himself, and gets maybe 2 yards. So to Rick's point, there has not been many fireworks since those 2. Oh, and Bruley was down for a minute. And he's trying to get up and cannot. He's crawling. Yep.
Hopefully it's just cramps.
You know, my partner Ken Calvin, your fellow driller, when we were doing the North Highland game a few weeks ago, so many of these North High School stars just kept going down. And they come out and rub them down, the cramps, and they go back in, come down, they fall, go down, go back in. And Kenny made a great point, and I've heard it before, and he just kind of reemphasized it, Vance, when the weather gets cooler, human nature is you just don't drink as much water. You just don't. You just think, oh, I'm getting a little cool. It's a little chillier out, a little cooler. I'm not sweating profusely in the hot sun. And to this point, here we've got Bruley in some chilly weather tonight going down, and he's getting treated as if they are cramps. And boy, they're painful, aren't they?
They are, and they don't go away. Once you get them in a game, they don't go away. You know, I used to tell my players, and every coach in town does the same thing. Wednesday you start hydrating for a game on Friday. And I would tell those guys, if I go out there and it's cramps, you're coming out and you're not going back in, because we tell you and we tell you and we tell you, and so many a guy would jump up and say, I got it hit, and we know it's a cramp, but so I took a helmet to the thigh. It better not be a cramp.
Well, and he tried to get up right now. They're about to get him back up, and then he said, no, ho, do it again. So
yeah.
I don't know if Bruley's going to be back in action here. I can tell you that our director, Kevin Willie, as you were talking, he popped a bottle of water and filled up his carafe.
Just reminded me.
He filled up his carafe.
Should have started doing that Wednesday, Kevin.
Yeah, right. Kevin,
Let me tell you, the cramps running camera are just brutal.
if you go down again tonight
Yeah,
and,
done.
and it's cramps, you're out.
I think we're out of pizza now.
So he's doing a slow, painful, awkward jog over to the table, and that helmet is off, and he is in pain. So now that changes the complexion of this drive immensely. It's 3rd and 4. And now all of a sudden you have Simeon Trimble in the Wildcat with Coronado on his left hip. Trimble hands to Coronado. Can he get the first by himself? Coronado. Oh, so close. They get it.
They get it.
Wow, that's a great play call right there. Really a great play call because, by the way, Trimble is a great athlete in his own right. We know that he can run. We know that he can handle the rock. He's had some good plays already. Great defensive player.
2 first downs in this drive by the
hair of their chinny chin chin.
Hair of their chinny chin chin there.
So Bruley's back up, and now he's going to start sucking that water. But now you've got, big contact. A huge hit at the 43-yard line. That's some big wood there by Juan Herrera. Herrera and Trimble meet face-to-face on the sidelines, and that was a big hit.
Well, I see Bruley's back on the sideline walking semi-normal. Got his helmet in his hand. Looks like he's ready to go back in the game here
Rick,
shortly.
Correction, that's Journey Williams. Number 20. Number 20 that made the hit here. Number 20 is the one that popped him. Okay. 2:41 remaining here in the third quarter. What a football game. 21-20. They try to go between the tackles and didn't work. They got maybe a yard there, and Brian Aquino, big number 44 for Golden Valley. I think the coaching staff would like him just to finish that blocking assignment because you've got Puentes running right next to Aquino. He's like, hey, hit that last guy and I'll get 5 more yards. So did Bruley go back in? He did. And on a 3rd and 5, Markel Bruley is back in the shotgun. Vikings bring 5 at him. They blitz him. They go right at him. It's a screen. It's a successful screen. It's a great play, and it's a big first down up to the 40-yard line. Isaiah Coronado again, but a flag on the far side. Everyone hold their horses. That's a huge, huge call against the Golden Valley Bulldogs, if it is indeed against Golden Valley.
All right, the ball went over the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man.
And you had linemen downfield.
On a screen play, that's the tricky part because he threw it about 9-10 yards, but a lineman has got to stay behind the line of scrimmage.
If that ball can be thrown behind the line of scrimmage, the lineman can be downfield.
Boy, that's a
good call,
good
thought by James Kane, just not quite.
And frankly, got to hand it to the officials crew. That's a really tough but good call to make, the right call.
You always can tell because something in your mind just sets it off because when that ball's in the air just a little too long on those screens,
You're
you
right,
know
Coach.
What to look for.
You're absolutely right. Well, now it brings it back to a 3rd and 10 with 1:14 remaining in the third quarter. Now completely different formation. Bruley now wants to throw. Oh, and he gets hit hard. A perfect call by the Vikings, and it is a big, big, big sack by Zeferino Garcia.
And Zeffirino, the senior, was not touched. Literally, nobody even put a single fingertip on his shoulder pads or helmet, and that was a beautiful call, and he wrapped up and did not let go.
He did. You know, this is a whole new defensive, West High defense that we're seeing this second half.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're calling the score. Maybe close, buddy.
They've really stepped it up this second half, and
Zeffirino,
third quarter.
What a play. So they will punt, and their punter, Coronado, as Kyle Wiley says, he steps up to do everything. He just boots it up there, and now the X-Man wants it, takes it, and he's hit hard. Big play, and Golden Valley likes it. 37-yard line. So the X-Man, Xavier Lopez, no fair catch. Thought he would do something with it, but Simeon Trimble, again, nice play right there on it. What a nice game tonight. If you looked at the records, you would say, but you and I had a hunch.
Yeah.
We had a hunch.
And we're getting quite a few of these games like this. South, West, North, East, Foothill, Golden Valley.
We call the Highland at North game, and the first half, the first two quarters, got a good football games I've called in a long, long time. Got out of hand late, but okay, West High. Probably the last play of the third quarter. They're up 21-20. Leach. Hands off right up the middle. How about this?
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Damian Brown up to the 28-yard line, bursts right through the middle of the line of scrimmage, and Damian Brown has also had a whale of a football game tonight.
Yeah, he has. Kind of a thunder-lightning combination with him and LJ in there. LJ being the thunder and Brown being the lightning.
That's it for the third quarter. 21-20. Don't go anywhere. Kern High Network. We'll be right back. We have a fantastic fourth quarter ahead of you. West leads by 1, 21-20 at Golden Valley.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Okay, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. What a football game. I'm Vance Palm. Rick Van Horn to my left. Kevin Willie to my right. Listen to this crowd. It is an absolutely festive environment here. As LJ.
Doesn't look like he's going very far or very fast, but when they finally set the ball, he's got a gain of 5. Maybe 6 there.
Saw Bulldog trying to rip that ball out at the end, just anything to stop the big fella, but now 2nd and 4.
You know, when we started this game, I'm thinking this West Side team, this is a team that beat South High and beat East High. And when they came out in that first quarter, I'm going, is this the same team? But now this third quarter, this is the team that I know why they beat South and East now.
And Brown went in motion. Damian Brown, who just had the long run, he went in motion and then tried to cut back upfield, and he and the quarterback, Leach, just ran right into each other. And a loss of, well, they say no loss, but definitely no gain. It was a botched play, really. And, well, I've got to tell you, for our audience out there watching this on the Kern High Network, this has turned into the game of the evening here in Kern County. A wild atmosphere here at Golden Valley. 3rd and 5. Huge play. Leach gives it to the big guy. And how about this? Oh, now he's hopping over guys. Big first down. How about that? Well, what are you going to say about Lehanawana Laulu Jr.? Let me spell the name for you, everybody, so you know. Leauauna, and his last name is Laulu Jr. And I bumped into his dad last year because his dad was listening to us while we were calling the game. You know, he's got his headphones in, and he winked at me, said, yeah, I mean, I think you got it right once. Once out of 50 tries. He goes, we all call him LJ. And now he's piling through again up to the 10-yard line.
Either way, there's a lot of vowels in there. A lot of vowels.
And if that wasn't hard enough, they put Junior on the end.
Yeah, they put, well, thank goodness they put Junior. We'd be calling him L squared. They had big Dante last year at West High School. That was, oof.
They've had some good-looking kids over the years.
2nd and 8. The ball is at the 10-yard line. They can still get a first down. They give it to the big guy. No, they pitch it out to Brown, who had to go back to get the pitch, and he still turns it into a positive yard play. Wow, first and foremost, another great fake to LJ by Leach, but he pitches it back to Damian Brown. Brown had to go back and get it, made a super good move, and pulled out some positive yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5, but we have a Golden Valley Bulldog down on the other side of the field. And as Rick Van Horn talks about the thinness of this roster and how so few players are available to Coach Kane, you've got two-way starters out there, and they're all such valuable integral parts, and so when one goes down, it's not like you just plug another one in there.
Sometimes you lose 2-3 starting spots from one guy. If he's starting on offense, defense, if he's a kicker, punter, and a special teams guy, you're talking about 3-4 positions from one guy.
The aforementioned Highland at North game, we kept seeing those North players go down. Most of it dehydration, most of it cramps. But when they're out for a series or two and they're playing, like you say, Rick, 3 or 4 different spots, it got to a point where I think North High had their 3rd guy in there at QB. And, it was the Wildcat, just give it to somebody so they can make something happen. Now, this looks like maybe just a little bit more serious. Let's take a break. We'll step away. You're watching the Kern High Network. We've got a doozy here, 21-20 West, with a little over 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Back after this.
Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell-down. Drive away a GMC Sierra 4-door, only $29,990, or save up to $10,000 off select Sierra HD models. Summer sell-down offers end September 3rd. We are professional grade, and we are California's largest volume GMC dealer, Motor City.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
For over 100 years, Bakersfield College has helped thousands of people achieve their dreams through education. Now Bakersfield College is bringing college closer to home, with courses offered in Southwest Bakersfield on Stockdale Highway, downtown Bakersfield, and at the main campus on Panorama Drive. Programs and classes also available in Delano, Shafter, Arvin, and online. Your path to a bright new future can start today at the home of the Renegades. It's easy. Take the first step. Visit bakersfieldcollege.edu.
All right, everybody, welcome back. 21-20. West is up by 1 with 9:14 remaining in this 4th quarter. And it is Everardo Rueda
the senior running back, defensive back for the Golden Valley Bulldogs, and they were able to go get him in the golf cart and bring him over here to the trainer's table. Try to get some kind of word on that. But here we go. This is a 3rd and 5. Massive 3rd and 5. Will they go to the big fella? Hard count. Nobody jumps. Good job by that Golden Valley defense. Leach behind center again tries to get him. They don't. Leach keeps it to the left. Leach trying to make a move, and he does make a good move, but does not pick up the first down. And that's a good job by that Golden Valley defense. You know, during that timeout, James Kane said they might use the big fella as a decoy. Get ready. And we have another Bulldog down. Oh, and this one, I think this may be Trimble, and his helmet is off. No, it's not Trimble. I apologize.
It's a big fella.
It's not Simeon Trimble. I thought I saw.
I want to say 53.
Oh, that would be the big fella. That would be Harrington. Is that who you're seeing, Noah? Is it Harrington? So it's Jaden Harrington that's down this time. Want to thank our man Noah up here. Kyle Wiley's right-hand man. Made sure that we were hydrated. Make sure that we're not cramping up. And he threw in some Snickers bars. Thank you, Noah. He and I were lamenting his baseball cap. It is a Dodgers cap. It hurts everybody here in SoCal. But there's always next year, right? All right, hey, the big guy's up. Harrington up. And, boy, that's got this Golden Valley crowd happy and clapping. That is a major force for their offensive and defensive line. He was down for a second. Looked like he's giving special attention to that left ankle when he's walking. So he lost his helmet, so he's got to come off for a play. He was tapping on his head like, I got to come out. Doesn't want to.
Well, taking that much beef out of that defensive line for Golden Valley is going to...
On a 4th and 2.
On a 4th and 2. Look for LJ.
And he just had a rest.
Yeah.
He just had about a 3-minute rest. So I'll bet you that one slice of pizza that it's going to be LJ on a 4th and 2. No, I lose the pizza, but he's going to...
a touch. Oh, we got a flag.
A flag on the play. The coaching staff from West is going to want to know what it is. I can tell you what LJ did do. He pushed his quarterback in the end zone.
Are they going to call an assisting a bush push there?
No, it's a chop block.
Really?
A chop block. And Coach Dunham wants more of an explanation. Basically, on a 4th and 2, the official was saying one of the guys in the yellow pants went down way too low.
Well, that had to be on the exterior from the tight end because that front center guards, they were pushing. They were on their feet, getting movement.
Boy, does that change everything. All of a sudden, it's 4th and 7. A 5-yarder? And by the way, they can get a first down and get a new set of downs. The first down marker's at the 3-yard line. Big play. 7:50 to go in the 4th quarter. West High School on a 4th and 7. Leach, quarterback, might throw, looks to throw. He does throw. It's tossed out there, but it's not going to be a first down. It was caught by Dearmore and Golden Valley all over it, and another Bulldog down on the far hash.
And another big fella for Golden Valley.
Oh, boy.
This is pretty much what happened at that North High game.
It was
4th quarter.
Yeah, about every play, every other play, somebody would go down, and they would have to go out and make sure everything was okay. So Leach rolls to his right, and Dearmore was open, but the route was never deep enough to be a first down unless there was going to be a a huge effort after the catch, pushing guys off you,
right,
knocking them off you. It was going to be a Herculean effort to get the first down from where he caught it. But the big story was the chop block call that took away a touchdown. And now it's West High 21-20 with 7:27 remaining in the fourth quarter, but another Bulldog is down. Rick, you have any scores, or is there anything popping up on your phone around the city?
Well, you say that. We've got a 34-6 game east over Foothill.
Okay.
And that must be in about the fourth quarter.
I'm going to reach out to some of my cronies around the city, see if I can't get some scores. Right now, our game is the game of the night here in Bakersfield. 21-20, West up by a point. 7:27 remaining here in the fourth. It's just been a whale of a football game, a ton of action. Golden Valley on its first two possessions, pitch pass touchdowns, great run backs. Then West High comes back with some traditional just power football and just, the West of old, just grinding out some tough touchdowns. And then Golden Valley in the third quarter gave up 3 penalties in a row that equaled about 45 yards. And that's all West needed. They just jammed one in there, and the important PAT was made. And so now we see the head coach, James Kane, coming from, and he's pointing over to Hall Ambulance. He just pointed at the paramedic. So we will take a break definitely, and we'll stay away for a few minutes here. And when we come back, don't go anywhere. 21-20, tight football game back after we take care of this down on the field.
Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell-down. Drive away a GMC Sierra 4-door, only $29,990. Or save up to $10,000 off select Sierra HD models. Summer sell-down offers end September 3rd. We are professional grade, and we are California's largest volume GMC dealer, Motor City.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
For over 100 years, Bakersfield College has helped thousands of people achieve their dreams through education. Now Bakersfield College is bringing college closer to home, with courses offered in Southwest Bakersfield on Stockdale Highway, downtown Bakersfield, and at the main campus on Panorama Drive. Programs and classes also available in Delano, Shafter, Arvin, and online. Your path to a bright new future can start today at the home of the Renegades. It's easy. Take the first step. Visit bakersfieldcollege.edu to learn more.
It's summer sell-down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade, and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell-down. Drive away a GMC Sierra 4-door, only $29,990. Or save up to $10,000 off select Sierra HD models. Summer sell-down offers end September 3rd. We are professional grade, and we are California's largest volume GMC dealer, Motor City.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
For over 100 years, Bakersfield College has helped thousands of people achieve their dreams through education. Now Bakersfield College is bringing college closer to home, with courses offered in Southwest Bakersfield on Stockdale Highway, downtown Bakersfield, and at the main campus on Panorama Drive. Programs and classes also available in Delano, Shafter, Arvin, and online. Your path to a bright new future can start today at the home of the Renegades. It's easy. Take the first step. Visit bakersfieldcollege.edu to learn more.
Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell-down. Drive away a GMC Sierra 4-door, only $29,990. Or save up to $10,000 off select Sierra HD models. Summer sell-down offers end September 3rd. We are professional grade, and we are California's largest volume GMC dealer, Motor City.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
For over 100 years, Bakersfield College has helped thousands of people achieve their dreams through education. Now Bakersfield College is bringing college closer to home, with courses offered in Southwest Bakersfield on Stockdale Highway, downtown Bakersfield, and at the main campus on Panorama Drive. Programs and classes also available in Delano, Shafter, Arvin, and online. Your path to a bright new future can start today at the home of the Renegades. It's easy. Take the first step. Visit bakersfieldcollege.edu to learn more.
It's summer. Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell-down.
Player that's down for Golden Valley is a junior, is number 70, Quentin Butler. And the Hall Ambulance personnel and the staff at Golden Valley are going to help him get up and get moved into the ambulance. We don't really have anything other than the name of who he is, but we can tell you that Kyle Wiley was over there and was able to actually get the shoulder pads and the helmet off. Now they're going to try to lift him up and get him onto the mobile stretcher. And Coach James Kane was able to get his mom and get her over to the field, and so she is going to walk out there with Coach Kane, and obviously all of our thoughts and our prayers and best mental and emotional vibrations that we can send forward. We will do that. Because we'd seen some players go down over the last half an hour with dehydration, the cramps issue, we had hoped that that would be the same scenario, but this became a much longer delay. And what I did see Coach Kane reference, he kind of pointed to his own lower back as if to say that it's a lower back issue, but that is just complete conjecture on my part. He was talking to one of the staff members at Golden Valley down here below us, very close to us actually, and kind of pointed to his own lower back. And our man Kyle Wiley is right down there.
So if it's possible, if it's appropriate, if it's necessary, we can maybe get some information from Kyle. But Rick, as you mentioned, and you didn't mention it, and it wasn't intended in any other way but to be very truthful, it's a very big, stocky guy. So you've got to be very careful here. It's a very big individual. One of their big linemen. He's a junior.
Yeah, they've got him listed at 5'8", 300.
Right. And he's up. And now they have him on wheels now. Again, it's Quentin Butler. And there was no part of me that saw that play. Our eyes were down here in the lower right portion of your camera in the end zone over here, or at least the 10 to 15 yard line area where they were trying to pick up a first down. So this happened on the other side of the football field, up on the hash mark by the 10-yard line, and so there was none of my eyes were on it. And the West High School Vikings just have stood up from an all-team prayer on their sideline. So we will absolutely be hoping the best for Quentin Butler. Looks like his mom and maybe a younger brother walking with one of the Golden Valley staff members. And now you'll start to hear the applause from everyone at Golden Valley. And some of the West High players. LJ himself went over to give him his best thoughts. So you see Zeffirino and LJ, two of the hardest hitters for the Vikings, went over to wish them the best. So we've got football we need to get back to after something like that. And Rick, you played this at a very high level, Division I. You were still are a record holder at Bakersfield College. So a lot of different defensive records, great athlete. But boy, you've seen your fair share of big hits, huh?
Yeah, sure have. And my fair share of guys getting hauled off. So hopefully our thoughts and prayers are with him and everything works out. We did see movement. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
And
it goes without saying, Hall Ambulance, boy, they've been synonymous with athletics here in town at every level. You name it, from the high school level all the way up to professional ranks. And nice to have them at the ready right here.
Now we will have to still have a delay waiting for another ambulance to take the place of that one once it leaves.
Yeah, we cannot have a football game here without an ambulance and a paramedic team. So while this immediate situation has been handled, we'll be on hold here for another ambulance to arrive. It's 21-20. West High School with a scant 1-point lead over Golden Valley. And what I've come to find out is the majority of the fans at a football game are not aware that there has to be an ambulance here before we can play. So they will all continue to kind of wait until another ambulance arrives. They put the call in when it happens, so we're not exactly sure how long that will take. Do have some scores to give you. Bakersfield High School, the Drillers beat the Golden Hawks 10-0. So the Drillers keeping themselves in the thick of things next week. The BHS Liberty matchup, and they'll be, talk about conjecture, there'll be a lot of that next week leading up to that game.
They sure will, yeah.
And then we also have the Shafter-Wasco rivalry game. I believe this year's at Wasco, because last year I called it at Shafter. I think that's correct. I'll have to find that out. Maybe misquoting myself here.
You've got a final score from East High School, East 34, Foothill 6. And that's a final.
I wouldn't mind going to that Shafter game.
Would you like me to throw our team's name in the hat there?
And then we have an East Highland now. It looks like that's going to be for the championship. East won.
Oh.
So now, provided Highland's got a share of it pretty much either way.
That's kind of a family rivalry for my family, too. I have a bunch of cousins that went to Shafter. My dad and his brothers went to Osco, so
Uh-oh.
I was like, keep an eye on that one.
I'll see what, and the backup ambulance is already here, so that's good timing from Hall Ambulance. Kevin will have to see what the Director of School Support Services, Stan Green, cooks up for all of us next weekend. It's going to be a big one. A lot happening.
That's one of Miguel's favorite matchups, too. He enjoys that one.
We'll get our assignments handed to us early in the week. And as mentioned, the backup Hall ambulance is pulling onto the property, and a game that was moving along at a brisk pace came to a screeching halt here, and we certainly hope that Quentin Butler is going to be okay. As Rick said, we saw some movement, and by the demeanor of his mom who was walking off, she seemed to be buoyant, concerned but buoyant.
Well, now it was 7:27 left in the game, the fourth quarter. We need to start at least throwing out some names
for the Kern High Network player of the game, but I was thinking about that earlier. Boy, there's more than one to choose from, Rick.
Yeah, there's nobody that has really dominated. We've got a lot of individual, I would say, mid-range performances.
Golden Valley, you've got Simeon Trimble, Isaiah Ali,
Coronado.
Isaiah Coronado. You got, there's a lot right there. Then for West High School, you've always got LJ, who, frankly, without LJ right now, I'm not sure that some of those big first downs and that touchdown, it's not just automatic, but with LJ it is.
Right.
You've also got the X-Man, Xavier Lopez.
I took my headset off for 1 second to put my sweatshirt on. You guys are talking player of the game?
Timing, baby, timing. No, we're tossing it around, Kevin. We're just throwing some ideas around. Xavier Lopez, who's had some big plays for West High. Of course, as we mentioned, LJ. It's just not one of those.
It's not clear cut yet.
Not one of those runaway situations. So the crowd, again, still not probably cognizant of the fact that we have to have an ambulance here before we start play. It's on the property, but now the tricky part is getting it in the field of play. It's been a great football game. 21-20. Vikings up 1. Homecoming at Golden Valley.
Vikings down 19-7 at one.
You're right, Rick.
It's 20 to. It must have been 20-7, right?
It was 13-0, then 13-7, then
20-7.
20-7. And now 14 unanswered by the Vikings. And it looks to me as if the Bulldogs have been informed that the ambulance is close, real close, because they're getting in the huddle and the players are coming back on the field.
And it will be Golden Valley ball, 1st and 10, after a big 4th down stop.
Okay. kind of a surreal spot to be on. You see one ambulance pulling away with Quentin Butler and the other pulling into the property, and it means we're good to go now. So here it is. First and 10. Quick little shuttle pass out there to the near side. It's a really nice play. A really nice play, actually. Golden Valley picks up some huge yards on a 1st and 10. Just kind of chuck it out to the near side, and off he goes. And that would be Coronado. Wow.
Well, you know, in those 2 plays that Golden Valley lost players, that was a lot of beef. That's about
you're so right.
550 pounds worth of beef
because
they lost.
Harrington's not on the field either.
Yeah.
You're so right, Rick. Bruley this time has Trimble back there with him, but they try that trap right in front of everybody, and he picks up maybe 2 or 3 yards. You know, they send Trimble in motion so demonstrably. He really makes a hard cut to bring those eyeballs to him, but then that short little handoff right underneath everything to Puentes. But West High's seen it enough tonight. Well, the Golden Valley student cheering section has not lost. They haven't skipped a beat. They're still into it big time. Their team trails by 1. It's 21-20. They need to score. They're trying to take it right at them, but some nice defense up there by the Vikings. And, you know, those kind of plays right there don't get a lot of attention. But let me tell you, Terrell Robinson, the junior, number 10 for West High, he put a stop to that supercharger play right there. And a loss of about, well, a gain of maybe a half yard. Rick, his teammates were very quick to tap him on the shoulder pads and the helmet. That was a big tackle.
It was, and this is the big 3rd down play here for the Golden Valley Bulldogs. 3rd and 5.
This time they give it to Trimble. He cuts upfield. Oh, what a big play.
My.
And he's still running. Simeon Trimble down the far side to the 30. He's looking for some space. Trimble cuts back up, still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 12-yard line, tackled by Zeferino Garcia. What a beautiful play. No flags whatsoever. And Simeon Trimble, a huge gain. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
And remember, talking about player of the game.
Yeah, I know. He's the front runner now.
He also had to come in and play Wildcat quarterback when Bruley went down.
Look, I'm not against it. It's just the game's not even close to being done. But I like how you think, Dr. Van Horn. 5 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Out here, they pitch it to Puentes, and he's swallowed up quickly. Woo, what a ball game. .428 and counting. Second and 14. Bruley has options. He stays right between the hash marks, and it is Coronado with a strong run of about 7 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
We had a flag down.
Oh, boy. I didn't see it, Rick. Oh, and it's going to go against Golden Valley. I never saw it. False start.
Brings up a 2nd and 20. They can still get a 1st down on the 2-yard line.
Can you imagine if this game comes down to a wrestler kicker? A wrestler kicker. How's that? 2nd and 20. Coronado goes in motion. They go out to Coronado. Coronado's going to have to make some great moves, and he still only gets up to about the 18-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and
about 16, maybe
17 to pick up the first down. They can get a first down and be 1st and goal from the 3.
Right.
.310 and counting. Couple of big plays here. It's play action, and oh my goodness. West High dominated it, and Bruley runs to his opposite side. He's running to his left. We haven't seen that all night long, and he took a massive hit, and he's
and it looked like Dearmore was the first Viking in there.
And a timeout taken by Coach Kane and the Golden Valley staff. That was a big, big hit, and you want to hear who was in on that hit? His name is Leoahana Laulu Jr. was in on that big play on defense, as well as Larry Johnson, 2 very large individuals.
Well, it's going to bring up a 4th and about 22. Golden Valley can still get a first down. A little out of the field goal range of the kicker of Golden Valley.
That's why Coach Kane called a timeout. They've got to really think this thing through. It would essentially end up being about a 37-yard field goal. 39 if you want to get picky is where the ball would go down. I don't think the Bulldogs have that.
Soccer player maybe, wrestler, I don't know.
So they come out. Jordan Rodriguez, haven't seen him all night. He's out there on the far right split end. And you've got Trimble in the slot. This is, for all intents and purposes, could be the ball game.
Flea flicker.
It is a flea flicker, but it's fumbled. And no way. That trickeration did not work. Tough to execute that play in a short space. Didn't have a lot of room. And Coronado comes up limping. And one of the big fellas that wanted to just hopefully do something with it could not. And that's one of their big guys. Hayden Harrington.
Now that's 53. We've got 2 53s.
Okay, got it. Now, that's what I thought, because that's not the Jaden Harrington. So, huge play by this West High School defense. Huge play. And now with 2:29 left in the 4th quarter, can they grind out enough yardage to win this by 1? Leach keeps it himself. Just a funky play. They held him up. Oh, flags fly. That's going to be against the Vikings. It's going to be against Caden Dearmore. So they basically held him up, and some Bulldogs took a shot at him, and then they blew the whistle.
Just West High shooting themselves in the foot. We thought they got it out of their system in the second half.
Boy, the clock stops, right?
Clock stops.
Personal foul. Now they get it rolling, but it's 2:29 in county. But boy, now it's second, and the whistle's blown now, and timeout called by Coach Kane. Did he? That was interesting. I think Coach Kane was saying that, I don't know what he's saying actually, because they started the clock again after the penalty call, and Coach Kane was saying, hey, look.
They shouldn't have started until the snap of the ball.
Right. Well, what I can tell you, it's 2:22 on the clock, 21-20 Nice football game tonight. This Golden Valley crowd, they stayed into it. They have stayed committed. It's homecoming, but their team trails by 1 against a very tough West High School team. Looking for 2:25 now.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to put time back on the clock.
He wants his 3 seconds. I thought it was more than that. Huh.
LJ falls forward for about 2. Clock's still running. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 15 though.
So penalties have absolutely played a role in the story tonight. So many times they do. A lot of times they don't. A lot of times games will just come and go without any major calls that really upset the flow. But some big ones tonight. 3 in a row on Golden Valley in the third quarter. And now West High School might live to regret a couple of them here. Time is clicking pretty quickly, but it's 3rd and long. And a big hit in the interior part of the defense there. Nothing doing there. Boy, that's another nice tackle. And is that who I think it is? It is. It's Ernesto Romero. First-year player, decides to come out. And he's dinged up on that. Oh, he got a stinger himself on that hit.
Yeah.
So timeout called. So how about this, everybody? 1:27 left in the football game. I say that because the odds of overtime are infinitesimally small with less than $1.50 left. So now all of a sudden we do start to look at player of the game from West High, but we did this last week. Julian and I and Steve Napier started talking about players of the game for Centennial because there was a 1:38 left in the game. Even I, after all my years of doing this, should have known I'm messing with the football gods. And sure enough, we had to switch gears and end up giving that player of the game to a Stockdale Mustang after a heroic last-second touchdown. Let's see, a lot left. A rare punt for the Vikings, and deep for Golden Valley. Simeon Trimble, what a football game he's had. He stands inside the 50. He's at the 47-yard line. Here's the punt, and it's a low one. It's a wobbler, and it's a bad punt, a really bad punt. It goes out at the 33-yard line. Whoa.
Well, we're coming down to 1:27 left. Golden Valley takes over at the 35-yard line.
That was a 20-yard punt. Oh, boy. So now you got Golden Valley with $1:27 left. Their quarterback, Markel Bruley, who was banged up tonight, is back out there, and he's got Simeon Trimble. He's got Coronado. He's got all the pieces he needs. He's also got Puentes in the slot. They look to throw. He tosses. The ball is blocked. Ooh, it's deflected and hung up there for a minute.
Well, the good thing for Golden Valley is stop the clock.
You're right, Rick. Oh, that ball was deflected to line of scrimmage, and it was from where we were standing. I couldn't tell by my depth perception where it was at. It was out in the flatlands, so it fell to safety for the Bulldogs, but you're right. Stops the clock, and they're going in the air. They're in the air. Bruley's not had an exceptional night in the air, but they're going with him now. They come at him this time. They throw it up deep, and now all of a sudden, 2 plays in the books. 3rd and 10.
Has Golden Valley used all their timeouts?
I believe they have, Kevin.
Coach Kane used that last one to get the clock straight.
And the reason I say I believe, because the scoreboard is not helping us out tonight a lot.
No.
We're doing a lot on our own visual here. But I believe that's the 3rd timeout already called. So here we go. 3rd and 10 from their own 35. Can West High hang on? They may bring everything at Bruley on this play.
Golden Valley just looking for a first down here.
And Bruley in trouble. He's running, has a man open, finds him, does he? He does, and it's going to be a first down. He's still on his feet. Oh, he gets down to the 2-yard line. That's Puentes, Anthony Puentes. However, Bruley was laid out. He was running to his left side. He got out of trouble. And as he let it fly, to our viewers, I don't know who hit him. I was watching the pass play. I did not see who made contact with him, but there are no flags.
No flags.
But a heroic pass by Marquel Bruley off to Anthony Puentes. Puentes almost got in the end zone.
Almost scored.
But because my eyes were downfield looking for the open man, I did not see who hit him. But as mentioned, no flags. But he was laying on his back after the play. And this West High School defense, they will absolutely bring it. And he let go of the football right on time, and my eyes were to the left side of the football field.
Either way, Golden Valley's going to have a first down on the 3-yard line with 1:18 left.
First and goal from the 3, 1:18 left. And now we have our second Golden Valley football player receiving very serious and intent focus by the Golden Valley staff. And it was an eerie sight at first. He was just completely on his back, prone, laying down as if he was just completely knocked out. And now Coach Kane, after having a quick chat with the Bulldogs, is going to go over and see how his player's doing. And we see his feet, starting to see him come up on his own feet. So how about this big round of applause you're going to get for Marquel Bruley.
Looks like a number 7. Is it number 7 on West High's defense?
Are you going through the replay? You're looking at the... Let me see here, Kevin. You have your glasses on?
Well, here we go.
Not sure who it was. Here we go. 1:18 remains. Listen to this crowd. Fourth quarter action, and the whistles blow, and it's going to be a timeout West High. So Coach Derek Dunham saw what he needed to see. We think he did this in the first quarter, called a timeout, and Coach Kane had a pitch pass touchdown.
Well, you got Golden Valley looks like they're going to some kind of wildcat with Coronado there. They also have Trimble that's available. They've got plenty of time.
What a game. Is that Kyle Wiley? Our man Kyle Wiley then there to talk to the White Hat. Wow.
He's a little worried his players are getting pulled off the field.
Man.
You got Coronado at quarterback. Got him in a wildcat here. You got Trimble split out left.
First and goal from the 3. Coronado takes the wildcat, going behind blockers, and he gets to the 1-yard line. Does not get it. It'll be 2nd and goal. Clock continues to tick.
Maybe a gain of about a yard. Now this is Trimble.
They're trying to get Trimble to the outside. He's got to get out of bounds. He's not going to make the touchdown, so he does get out of bounds. And the clock is continuing to stop, and the clock is still going. You guys got to stop the clock.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
So the clock is just running rampant down there.
Should have stopped around 51,
I would say at least 10 seconds ran off that clock.
Goodness gracious. If you're the head coach at home, James Kane, you're like, what the world is happening?
He's saying 50.
50?
Well, Trimble did the right thing.
Get out of bounds.
Yeah, got what he could and got out of bounds.
Well, do they run to the left? Well, they can't spike it if they don't get a first down.
No, it's 3rd down now.
Right. Will they try to run on for a field goal? Just get the ball in the middle of the football field. How about this? How about this? Can he get in? He does not. He gets to their, no, the 1 yard line. They want the field goal unit on. They're rushing everybody on for a field goal. They're going to try to get it done. 36 seconds and counting. They're going to go for the field goal. 31 seconds and counting. Oh, they're trying to get guys back out there in the field. Do they have enough people? It's complete chaos and confusion. Will they get the guy off the field in time? This is field goal. The flag flies, stops the clock with 20 seconds. That might be the greatest thing that ever happened. Oh, no, they lose? Did they lose the ball?
No, it's too many men on the field.
Oh, okay, because West High players were jumping all over the place. So actually, that helped Golden Valley. They had too many guys on the field, and they were trying to run them off. So now you got Coach Kane trying to give the clock operator the time they need. Well, there's been some funky stuff happening with the clock.
Well, they just added 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Per Coach Kane.
So this is to win it, or at least put them up by 2. The clock has started. Here comes the field goal attempt for Ernesto Romero. It's a bad snap. Romero's got it. They throw it. They tackle him. It's a bad snap. They couldn't get it off, and the clock is still running.
There looked like there's some movement up front, though.
Well, the complete chaos on the field. The game's not over. The game's not over, and Coach Kane is...
I could have swore I saw some movement up front that should have been either an offside or legal procedure.
Oh, wow, Coach Kane letting them hear it. There was something happening on the line. Well, first of all, it was just chaos before that because they couldn't get the right guys on the field when they didn't get the first down, and Coach Kane letting the white hat hear it.
Coach Kane's, I think, arguing that he thought West High left a little early.
There was no call on it. The bad snap was bobbled, and they put it in the hands of Romero to do something. He gets hammered at the 13-yard line. West High School thought they'd won the game already because the clock kept rolling. So they were running down onto the field, and it has been the wildest of wildest finishes. And this, for all intents and purposes, will absolutely be the last play of the game. That's it. West High wins it 21-20, 14 unanswered points in the third quarter, no points scored in the fourth quarter, and the Vikings get a big, big win at Golden Valley. This has been an absolute fantastic football game tonight. What a ton of fun. Well, before we go off the air, I want to thank Motor City, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, and, of course, Bakersfield College. To everybody at the Kern High School District and the Kern High Network, thank you so much for everything that you do to put these great games on. Kyle Wiley, thank you to you and your crew.
Kevin Willie, our director and everything, thank you. Rick Van Horn, thank you. The Kern High Network player of the game is going to go to a West High Viking. And we'll start with the West High Viking, Kevin Willie. What do you think, Kevin?
Well, I think it comes down to what shirt I brought. I brought the 2X shirt. And,
oh, okay.
And I think there's one guy out there in the field that'll fit. I'm not sure. I got Brown had a great game, and LJ had a great game. So I kind of think I'm going to give it to LJ.
Well, I tell you what, Westside Viking defense really stepped up that second half. I'd like to give it to the whole defensive
no, you're so
unit.
Right.
You know?
You're so right.
Man, that is tough.
Did LJ play defense
he did.
the whole game? He made a couple
second half he did.
In
last half, crucial situations, he was in there.
Boy, the Vikings over there with their small crowd and their cheerleaders, and they're loving it. I'm going to head now with a T-shirt, and we're going to give it to somebody, but I need something more definitive from Kevin and Rick. If I were to weigh in tonight on this game, I think it'd be low-hanging fruit to go with Leoana Laulu Jr. He played a huge role in the game, no question about it. I think a couple of big plays were Damian Brown. I mean, a couple of big, long run plays that they needed some big yardage, and he got it. He put him down here in position down here. It could have gone to a lot of guys. So you guys help me make the decision here. Kevin, Rick, is it? We're pretty transparent on the air. We discuss it in front of everybody.
Now that you called my pick low-hanging fruit, maybe.
Well, we've given two before, so
we've got one T-shirt to give out, and
I do have another T-shirt.
You do?
I would imagine Stan Green's got some.
If we have two shirts, I think.
I didn't bring the other shirt.
Well, guys, we're gonna have to make a tough decision tonight. A tough decision. I'm going to take the heat, but we're going to go with Damian Brown.
You got it.
We're going to go with Damian Brown tonight. And
both of them were, in my mind, were equal.
Kevin, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Rick, awesome job tonight. That was a fun game. 21-20. West hangs on and wins. And that'll be one for the record books. What a night. We will see everybody next week. Have a great weekend. Good night and God bless.